Okay, guys, let's do a quick analysis on weekly quick analysis on SPY. Yeah. So basically, yesterday we bounced off this key level that's been holding for several weeks, from here, and then we bounce off. Okay. I'm just gonna remove this Fibonacci's line. Just gonna remove it and then just focus on this one. So for this one, I just pull it from here and here. Okay, sorry, this is a mistake. I'm just pull it up. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna hold it here, and then here. All right, here to here, and tomorrow we might adjust it a little bit whether the market believes this one or this one, because this one is already retraced, right? It retraced and it bounced off the demand zone, right? So I think like I'm gonna just use this one for now. Okay, so we have a significant rejections, not really significant, I don't really know, it kind of held by the 50, right? So I'm looking forward something to the downside, maybe tomorrow, downside back to the 50s, or the 618 or something, creating a big bull flag before we go further up, right? Because we have a supply zone from December 15, which is holding us back, and then we have also the 4-hour key level over here, and then let's focus going up here. So there's gonna be a little turbulence. We haven't really tested back yet to this previous to the neckline, or to the top of the range. We haven't really retested yet. So 618 and 0.5, maybe we have further up, testing 390 or something tomorrow, testing 390, see what happened, and then we go back down. We go back down, maybe a retest, or something like a big bull flag coming up, and then we'll go to maybe perhaps 394. Alright, plan is still the same. Sorry guys, I've been like working too much right now. I kind of woke up late sometimes. So yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna pull the Fibonacci from here all the way down to the bottom of the range at 374, and then you'll find the Fibonacci's, right? You'll find it. Okay. Make sure it aligned perfectly. Alright, there you go. And there you go. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete the Fibonacci, and then you guys can either mark it 0.5. I'm gonna put it on the center, put it on the middle. Okay, 0.5. Then this is the 0.618, same thing, center, middle. Okay. Alright. As we are heading towards here, before we move further down, let's see on Dow's as well, if it's exactly the same. So Dow, we broke off the range. We haven't really retested. We haven't retesting it yet. But you can also pull the Fibonacci's as well. I'm gonna pull it from the bottom all the way up. We haven't really retraced, yeah. We haven't retraced. I think we're gonna push further up as well on Dow. I think I want to see some rejections off the 0.5 right here, which is what we pulled as well from the top all the way to the bottom of the range. We haven't really retested the 0.5. I think the market, before we push it down, I think the market want to see it up here first. Want to see it up here, completing the rising wedge, probably completing the rising wedge, and hit it, and then we go further down. Okay, just letting you know, before we go up, normally we go down first and then we push up. So the bottom is maybe this one right here. We have a demand zone, yeah? a demand zone, maybe on the 618, because this is like this is kind of like a downtrend, right? We want to know where the downtrend is gonna stop, right? Maybe at the market open, we will see the downtrend stops on the point 0.5 or the point 0.6, right at the demand zone, right here, before we push further up. By the way, this is not down. This is the ETF. It's called DIA, right? Uh, and then I want to see it either bounce on point 0.5 or bounce on 618 on Dow Jones before we go up. Do I want to short it down here? Let's see if the pre-market opens right here. I want to see it short down here. If the pre-market, let's say like the pre-market stops, let's say they open and then they stop at the previous high, that means we see, and then we wait for the bearish engulfing. Let's say the pre-market opens right here, right? We kind of got held. Then I want to see it down. I want to short it if it's up here. But if it's down here, I don't want to short it. Or either way, like if the downtrend is finishing up, I don't want to short it. I'd rather want to wait until I call it, right? Until we call it to the top on the 618 or maybe at the supply. I mean at the demand zone. So SPY kind of got held back by the demand zone, but I think like we're gonna see further up a big kind of like a good $2 move to the upside over here. Yeah, when we see it over here, I think we will stop trading. I think that's a good risk to reward, but also I'm kind of thinking that I think this might be the top, and then after that we push back down. I think though, but I'm not sure. But this is a very good uh, this is a very good range, by the way. It's a very long consolidation. I think it's gonna push further up a little further, maybe 618. I would say. I would just gonna assume, because based on this trend line, the big trend line over here, we retested the trend line, and then we failed to go below the trend line. They push it up. I think we might see this as a target maybe tomorrow. 340, I would say. But we're gonna have some turbulence over here for sure. We're gonna have some turbulence. We're gonna have turbulence on point 0.5, and then it's just gonna make a big consolidation before we push up to the 618. So tomorrow, I don't wanna get into the turbulence, but I wanna get into the short and the long, or maybe just the long if we're down here. Maybe just the long. So tomorrow's turbulence is gonna happen on 337 and also 33704 and also 33783. That's gonna be the turbulence that we're it's gonna be like what I meant by turbulence is a big consolidation before we push further up to 340. All right, and then I want to see like before I want to see it push up to the 340. I want to see like a big bull flag over here, and then price action going on right here, like a mini bull flag right here, and then slightly bending up to push further up. That's gonna be my entry. If there's gonna be an entry, I want to see the entry right on either down here or after we push up right here, and then we kind of have to do a stronghold. Yeah, so a stronghold on our position, pushing up. But we're gonna trim some over here. If you don't want to trim it, if you're gonna play small, you need a strong hands. Obviously, you need a strong hand. But first, if you want to hold, like, I think this is a good area to buy. Take some profits, let it run to 618 or maybe like 0.5. Alright, that's my plan for tomorrow, and then I don't think we're gonna see it down here. If we see it down here, that means we're below the range, and then we're gonna get pushed back down, and then we start thinking bearish again. So yeah, let's see tomorrow. I want to see it back down here by the open, so I can just long it, easy call, and that's it. Demand zone on Dow Jones right on 618, and then also SPY. I think I need to make the demand zone as well. think demand zone is somewhere right here, right? Either this or this one. Okay, that's on SPY. This is 1 minute time frame, and then have we retest? Okay, so 618 is somewhere down here. So I'm just gonna leave it just like this. So it's gonna be easier for us to see tomorrow to go long. And then you can see it like it's holding the 50. I think he just wants to go at 389 or something. 389, and then we'll see some rejections or something else. Okay, this is my quick take on SPY. I'm not gonna do Bitcoin. Bitcoins. I just want to see Bitcoins on 12,000. That's all I want to see. Besides that, like I don't really care. And also, things to look for. I think Amazon. Nah, I don't want to look at this. Like tomorrow is gonna be super expensive, and then the movement is gonna be super slow. So I'm not gonna touch anything else besides SPY and besides SPY. QQQ maybe if I'm looking at like Microsoft becoming bullish, like everything creating a bull flag right now. I think we might see further up, but if we let's say like it stays on the 50 tomorrow, let's say it stays on the 50, then I'm just gonna scalp it until the previous high. That's all about that's all I'm gonna do. Okay, yeah, so this is a short uh, market briefing before we go further down on put. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.